welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
Today we're going to be talking about Paul John and their edited release. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Matt, what do we got going on here?
All right. Paul John edited. This is our first Paul John to ever actually review on the show. We've had them on the live streams before, but never actually reviewed them. And we have like at least 6, 7 different Paul Johns we need to get to. So, we got that going for us. All right. So Paul John, the actual company was started in 1992 by Paul P. John. Ooh, original name. Good job. His National Distilleries. But in 95, he changed it to John Distilleries. At the time, they were making a bunch of low-end, whiskeys. The Original's Choice Blend was their big one they did. So finally, they started putting down some single malt in 2008, and they released it for the first time on October 5th, 2012. They're based in Bangalore, India. That's where their main office is, but their distillery for all their single malts is, I don't know if it's Goa, I don't know, somewhere on the west coast in monsoon season, India. Sure, whatever. Which used to actually be a Portuguese part of India when it was controlled by the colonial powers rather than the British. So a little bit different because they didn't get their independence, I think, until 1967. So quite a bit later than India, which is 1948. So good for them. Anyway, so they have 2 Indian copper pot stills that are 6,000 liters a day. They mature in a climate, of course, they have underground climate-controlled warehouse that holds 10,000 barrels. Their fermentation time is 55 to 60 hours. Of course, the climate there is much faster than Scotland. What you can get in 4 to 5 years, it takes 15 years in Scotland. So they quite a bit faster in that climate they've got there. And they said from in Scotland, if you go hogshead, you get 350 bottles. Hogshead there gets 150. Their angel share is 8 to 10% per year. So that's a really high angel share, where it's just 2% per year in Scotland average. So they also use 6-row Indian barley from the base of the Himalayas, rather than 2-row, which most of Scotland uses 2-row barley. Their first 2 products introduced in May of 2013 was the Brilliance and the Edited. The Brilliance is unpeated. The Edited, which we have is peated, and the peat does come from Scotland. And this one uses a bourbon. They use bourbon cask and Virgin American casks on these. This is the Edited. It's 46% non-chill filtered. Came out in May of 2013. This particular one is batch 3 from January of 2017. It came to the U.S., like I said, in 16 for the first time. And this, once again, is, like they said, the 6-row barley. So let's see what we think.
This thing is super fruity, and I'm not picking up peat as the first note. I'm picking up strawberries and rhubarb pie. And then I'm picking up my typical barley indicators of both butterscotch and kind of a toasted oatmeal.
Yeah, the oatmeal, to me, that's my first thing, is this bready oatmeal. I figured you get knocked out with some, at least a small amount of peat. The peat is there, but it's a very slight, ashy wisp of peat to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking up as well. And it's really just kind of at the tail end of my inhale.
Yeah, a little bit of salt, a little black pepper. But yeah, it's just this malty, bready. It's got, like you said, this sweet, like a brown, almost like a molasses, a little bit of brown sugar. Really, it's like that maple brown sugar oatmeal, and you put some syrup in it. That's what I was thinking when I was a kid. That's one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast. This really is like a breakfast whiskey to me. All right, let's see what this tastes like.
It goes. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it is really fruity. Now, the peat is way more on the palate. It's really quite ashy, actually, on the palate. The nose, really not there. It's definitely peated. It's like an ashy oatmeal.
Absolutely.
Completely.
But the fruit comes through as well, again, with the strawberries and the figs and the apples that kind of hit your palate first before.
It's exactly those 3 fruits. That's the ones I got.
Starts to billow in. This is more, to me, like a smoky peat than it is earthy or briny or tar. This is more smoke and ash.
But yeah, so that peat there, it's that very much barley. Obviously, it's 100% barley, but you really taste that malty barley in here big time. It's like dough and bready.
Yeah.
Some brown rice, brown sugar mixed into it with that molasses and oatmeal. And it's super ashy. It's really, really almost like a put-out cigar in your mouth. It's just ash. Like it's been really cold outside, and you have just that ash to it. It's super. It still tastes ashy. This is one sip. It's just ashy, ashy. In
Yeah,
a
the
good way.
ashiness is quite astonishing.
Yeah, I'm considering how little is in the nose. I'm shocked how much we're picking up on the palate.
Yeah, you and me both. I just put in a couple drops of water. We'll see if that kind of changes anything. On the nose, it does not. Again, I'm not really picking up, even with my palate expecting all of that coming into there. I'm still not picking it up on the nose.
Yeah. Just getting ashy apples. That's what was really predominant.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Oh, they kind of nailed the proof.
Oh, okay. Good to know, though.
The water kind of mutes everything,
Then no.
subsides everything, including the finish, which I really loved. Boo. Well,
Okay. We
it's
know
good. It's
not
good.
to add water.
It's
Perfect.
better without the water. The water kind of ruins the finish for me,
Yeah.
and it tamps down a lot of the smoke and the ash that I was really enjoying. So
I'm going to go with boo on those plans and go no water.
yeah, but I enjoy this. It's good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, and I think the best
What's my
part,
price point?
it's not expensive. It's like under 60.
Oh,
So it's
beautiful.
not expensive. Yeah, it's good. So
All right.
it's like 57, something like that. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
So, and these are pretty, they're not the easiest to find, but if you like big liquor stores like Total Wine, I think maybe, I know Goody Goody carries them. Maybe, I'm not sure if Specs does. I know Mirage carries these because actually when I had them bring them in for me a few years ago, so I know that Mirage definitely carries these. So if you're looking for Paul John locally, that's where you can find them for sure.
Very cool.
So,
All right. Well, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss our further videos. Until next time, keep on crusading for the whiskey in your glass. Cheers.
delicious.